little bit now. They're going to have to try to determine how much time to take off the clock before they put the ball back in play. Well, Luke, it was a pleasure visiting with you. Enjoy your travels here. I know Belgium's not exactly next door. It's not as close as Colorado.
It's nice to be here, and we can follow you guys on the computer the Mountain West, so we do that. It's a bit different with the time delay. It's 8-hour difference, so Belgium now it's in the middle of the night, so if you want to watch it, I have to get up every time, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but we do that with pleasure.
You're a coach. You'd be watching film in the middle of the night anyway.
That's no problem.
Thank
you for having me.
Appreciate it very much.
Pleasure.
Luke van der Walle, the head coach of the under-20 national team, also one of the coaches of one of the pro clubs in Belgium as well. And again, talking to him before the game and what he relayed to us too, that Mikhail Linskens had an opportunity to turn pro before coming to Wyoming, but the money just wasn't going to be good enough.
Well, and he mentioned that he feels like if he develops over 4 years and can get more physical, build his lower body, that he'll make more money in his first year in the pros than he would have in the 4 years playing 2 or 3 minutes a game. So a good move. And it's interesting the relationship that many of these countries in Europe have with their players, where they actually try to place them and get them experience, and then they come back and they can represent their country.
So right now, the officials are looking at the replay to see if they can get a shot at the clock. And up in the upper left-hand corner, it was 9:40 when Langford hit the free throw. And then there was an entire possession here where Johnson...
Yeah, and what they'll have to do is play it in real time. Is what the officials are doing is playing it in real time, and you can see them watching it there, and they've got to be counting in their minds 1001, 1002, 1003, and so he's timing it. Forget, and he got the stopwatch out, and he's timing it here, and he'll know exactly what to take off. There you go.
There's modern technology for you.
What happened to the one alligator or the one Mississippi? No. They've come complete with a stopwatch, and they're going to get it right.
So they'll take 6 seconds off.
So when you were growing up and you had to count to 5 before you could rush playing sandlot football, did you guys count alligators, Mississippi?
We didn't live in Florida.
So you did Mississippi?
We lived, yeah, north of Florida is what, Mississippi?
Yeah, 1 Mississippi,
yeah,
2 Mississippi, because that's a hard thing to say. So they took 20 Mississippis off the clock.
20 seconds off total. So now TCU's got the basketball, trailing by 5. So we get you caught up to play. The step-back jumper by Langford, backwind. Platt got a hand on it, and Ewing comes away with it for Wyoming. Linskens, the long one. Got it. Boy, he's having a good game in front of his former coach, isn't he?
You know, and it's something how a young player, when he has somebody there to watch, will elevate the game. And you can tell he's come out with a purpose. He's got his coach here. He wants to impress his coach. He's playing extremely well.
Wyoming shooting 50% from 3 now. 2 for 4 with Linsken's second one. Johnson ends up the scramble with the basketball.
I was down in Fort Worth and had that TCU San Diego State game last Saturday, Tim, and Alvardo Parker had 4 family members up from the Turks and Caicos and 4 government officials there. And I think he played as well as he's played all year in that one. He was really on fire and wanted to perform for the people from back home. People make that long trip, you got to put on a show.
Well, the number of sports stars from the Turks and Caicos Islands, it's not exactly a long list, so Alvardo Parker makes that list. There's a 3 by Eby.
Jason Eby shooting just 25% from behind the 3-point line, and he knocks that one down. If he can hit from deep, that is a bonus for this TCU team.
Keon Mitchum hasn't seen any time yet. He is up, getting ready to check in. A guy who can heat up quickly as well from 3. Johnson kicks it out, and here's Platt. Rebound, Neiman Owens. Owens playing in his 116th career game for TCU. College basketball, you start getting up in triple digits in games. You played a lot of games. And the pros, it's different. That's what you do for a job. You play 82 a year minimum.
Back-to-back nights.
Well, Eric Platt didn't use his head the right way.
Yeah, he had the header, but it didn't redirect it.
And Parker fouled on the way up. Tyson Johnson commits the personal foul. 7:10 to go. Timeout on the floor in the first half. 23-18 Wyoming. 8 for 9 from the line. Get 8 for 10. That was the first miss from the free throw line for TCU.
Alvaro Parker hasn't been to the line a lot, 21 times. He's only made 8 before that, so now he's a 9 of 22, about 38-39% on the season from the free throw line.
Dermody long on the 3, and the rebound to Martis Morones. Sees a little bit of time every now and then, and with the need for bench players, a team coming from virtually sea level to play 7,220 feet higher than they normally play at, you got to use everybody. Martis, by the way, the son of Sean Woods, the assistant coach at TCU. Great college player in his time. He was there watching Christian Laettner hit the shot heard around the world. It's the one that Rick Pitino would like back.
Absolutely. Amazing execution. Just how they drew it up.
That's right. Good block by Parker. That's his 85th career block. Salter pulls up. Well short on that one. Dermody will handle the rebound. And Ewing may have a cut, or he's got some problem with his left arm. He's got to go to the end of the bench, and coming in will be Travis Bunker quickly. Alvaro Parker's 85th career block.
Well, he's got great timing. He's very, very explosive off the floor. He's a quick jumper. And I asked him why he's so good at this earlier in the season. He said, I'm a quick jumper. You know, he's just like, I can get off the floor. The offensive player leaves the floor. I can wait till that offensive player leaves the floor, and I can get up off the floor quickly. And Parker, for a guy that's only really played organized basketball for about 4 years, has got some great athletic skills, and his basketball skills just continue to get better.
Well, you're 6'8", and you've got hops. You should try basketball. You should at least try it. And that's a good thing he did. Taylor looking to put it in play. Mitchum the steal. TCU comes out in the full court press. Morones to Mitchum. Now Ortiz double. Here's Salter. He took an extra step, turned the ball over.
Boy, and Salter has had a very quiet basketball game. He's been a tremendous rebounder. He doesn't have any rebounds in this one. He's been a guy that's kind of been the leading scorer and the most consistent scorer for them. 0 for 4 right now in this game. He's very, very quiet to this point in the game.
Off the hands of Linskins out of bounds. So just as TCU turns the ball over for the 5th time, Heath Schroyer's Cowboys turn the ball over for the 8th time.
And it was pressure in Fort Worth that caused Wyoming some problems in that first game. And this is the first full court pressure we've seen TCU implement.
Everybody who's traveled has been on the court, and another turnover right off the foot of Salter.
And that's back-to-back turnovers on Salter, unforced. And dribbled it off that left instep, and Neil Daugherty immediately begins hacking in the game and sends Salter to the bench to give him a new start when he comes back in, because this one's not been good.
Linskins lines up a long one. Got another. That's his second three-point shot. He's got 10 points. Cal Linskins had 23 last time out against Cal State Bakersfield. He's got 10 already here. Second straight double-figure game. Jones in traffic is fouled on the way up in the lane, and Keon Mitchum is going to get called.
And if you scout Linskins on the season, you're going to think, you know, you don't need to trail him and go all the way out to the perimeter with him. And here's the foul. Jones, such a good open court attack guard, but Linskins is a guy that you wouldn't think you'd have to go out. You look at his numbers, you watch the season, you think, okay, we'll let him shoot from out there. But the last couple of games, he's found that stroke. He's very confident with it. Good ball rotation from Johnson over there. And you're thinking, if you're going to leave a guy open, this is the guy to leave open? Not tonight. Coach is here. His coach is here, and he's playing inspired basketball.
So, basket's good. I think think he's got an old jersey on under his game jersey. What do you think?
It needs some sewing work.
That's probably his good luck jersey. And you know what? He probably was wearing that for the Cal State Bakersfield game. Didn't wash it. Won't wash it after tonight. There's no reason. If it's working for you, don't change it.
The problem is it's going to get to the point that he goes in the locker room and just stands it up in the corner. It'll just stand up on its own.
As long as it works. Jones, good switch of the hands, and Brad Jones now with 9 points. And Brad Jones moves into 23rd place all-time in scoring here at Wyoming with the X Factor, Blaine. I mean, they're coming off back-to-back 40-plus point wins.
They're playing unbelievable at home right now.
Platt for 3. Got it.
And they've been struggling to shoot the basketball. All of a sudden, Salter hits a shot. I think Heath is thinking, okay, that may be the start of the run. Take no chances. I got timeouts. Settle things down. Reset. Use a good portion of the shot clock on a half-court set and get these guys focused to play D.
Brandon Ewing back in the game dribbling with the left hand. He's doubled in the backcourt. The reason it's significant, he's dribbling with the left hand. He's now playing with the left shoulder strain. And Linskins with a hook shot. Mikal Linskins now the leading scorer in the game with 12.
As Coach told us, he's got a nice right-handed hook. He's got a nice left-handed hook. We saw the right hook and beautiful touch on the ball.
Leon Mitchum fouled in the act of shooting by Brandon Ewing. That'll be his second personal. And that will put TCU in the bonus. 7th team foul on Wyoming. Linskins 5 for 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. Starting to come into his own.
Oh, he really is. It just seems to be that he is comfortable at this point, understanding what he surely wants him to do, what his role is in the offense, where his shots come. And, you know, it's also about his teammates getting some confidence in him and looking to him and feeding him, finding him down on the baseline. Early on, you know, he's the young guy. Now, all of a sudden, they're going, hey, this guy can produce. If we give him the ball in a good spot, he'll score.
And a nice thing about someone who wasn't familiar with the players of the Mountain West last year is you come in here with no preconceived notions. You don't care about other players' reputations. And you saw he shot that one right over Kevin Langford and Alvardo Parker.
Yeah, he doesn't know who the shot blockers are, although he might know from the previous game, but you're right. He's absolutely gaining confidence, and his teammates are gaining confidence in him.
So stoppage in play with 1:05 to go. And the clock has been the issue, so we think there's 1:05 to go. Actually, there is. Again, double to the backcourt. But Jones is able to get it away. Now Taylor looking toward the basket. Kicks it out to Platt. Inside Linskins. There's the right-handed hook. It's good.
Boy, beautiful. Right over the shot blocker. Alvardo Parker did everything he could. But without a double team, a 7-footer with that jump hook, you're not going to block that.
14 points for Linskins. Salter for 3. He's got it. So smooth. Henry Salter.
Boy, just a quick release out of Salter. He is
an offensive foul drawn by Mitchum.
You see Mitchum with a smile on his face. Keon Mitchum getting in position, and he's sure you're not happy with it. But back to Salter. His stroke is so smooth, so pretty.
Brad Jones called for the push-off. Matisse Morona, shot clock dead. TCU can hold for the final shot if they want. Salter with Dermody guarding. Down to 15 seconds. Will Doherty waiting to give the command to go. Now under 10. Langford pulls up. And Dermody got a hand on the rebound taken by Taylor. Jones lets it go at the horn, but that's not going to count. And we have reached the half. The halftime score, 39-26 in favor of Wyoming. The Cowboys shooting the ball well here in half number 1. So the Cowboys leading the Frogs. Stand by our halftime show from our studios in Denver with Natalie and the coach coming up right now.